What's up viewers, and welcome to another episode of Cheers Reviews. I'm your host Jimmy, and today we're going to be looking at the difference between flatwound and roundwound strings. In this episode we'll be using the Squire Classic Vibe Mustang Bass as our test pilot, which currently has a fresh set of Ernie ball roundwound strings, and we're going to swap them out with a set of D'Addario Chromes Flatwound Strings and compare the two. And by the way, this isn't a test to see which one is better. We are simply going to be comparing a tomato with a tomato. I remember the first time playing flatwound strings, I was absolutely blown away. Firstly, I didn't even know that there were other types of strings that you could get for your bass. And secondly, just how different flatwounds feel and sound underneath your fingers when you're going up and down the fretboard. So, what's the difference? Well, roundwound strings are the most common type of string that you'll find on a bass, and for good reason too. They're very versatile, bright, simple to manufacture, and have stood the test of time, especially with the modern bass player. So what is roundwound? Well, as the name suggests, it's a round wire tightly wrapped in a spiral form around the core of the string. Being that the wire is round results in a bumpy surface. Flatwound strings are made with a rounded, almost square wire which is wrapped tightly in a similar fashion, resulting in a smooth texture by design. Being that it's smooth, it will decrease the wear and tear on your frets and your fretboard, and that's one of the main reasons why you'll find these strings on fretless basses. Additionally, flatwounds tend to last significantly longer than roundwounds and don't require to be replaced nearly as often. Traditionally, flatwound strings are found on instruments such as the cello or the double bass, which was introduced to replace gut strings. And if you're anything like me and had no idea what gut strings were, well, gut strings are actually made out of sheep intestine. Anyway, let's have a listen to both of them and see what differences we can pick up between the two strings. Let me know which one you liked better in the comments below. Couple of key differences I found between the two is that the flatwounds have a much warmer character to them in comparison to the roundwounds, which definitely have a much brighter tone to them. Another thing I picked up on is that the roundwounds were a lot squeakier between notes. You know when you move your fingers across the string and you get that sound? Well, the flatwounds were completely silent. And due to the smooth texture, your hands just glide between the notes. A few other things to note is that the flatwounds don't bend as easily as the roundwounds. This doesn't bother me as much because it's not really in my style of playing, but if you are the kind of bassist that bends notes, probably something to think about. Your decision between flatwounds or roundwounds is certainly going to hinge off the type of playing that you do and the type of music that you play. I probably wouldn't recommend the Flatwounds for fast rock or metal or slapping, but hey, you know what? You could be the pioneer of a new sound. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you liked today's video, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see weekly bass related content, smash that subscribe button down below. If you liked any of the music, feel free to check out my other page, Babysitter. I'll leave a link in the description below. But until next week, take care, and I'll see you next time.